Peter Aldous.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. And if I could just start by paying tribute to yourself. The best type of umpire or referee is someone who is formidable, but fair and also greatly respected. And you tick all three of those. I'm most grateful to you for calling me to speak. I do so as I have some concerns about the unintended consequences arising from the Clause 7, which is the abolition of multiple dwellings relief for stamp duty land tax. My honourable friend, the Minister, has already set out some issue with the reasons for abolishing it. I just wish to go a little bit further and perhaps pry a little bit more response out of him to seek to allay these concerns I do have. Now, I make these observations as a former charter surveyor, as the MP for a constituency that might possibly be adversely affected, and having received representations from the British Property Federation. I'm also aware that a number of pension funds, investors, builders and professional advisers have written to my right honourable friend, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, expressing their concerns. Madam Deputy Speaker, by way of background, the build-to-rent sector arose from the combination of the introduction of stamp duty, land tax, multiple dwellings relief in 2011, and also the implementation of some of the recommendations of the Montague Review in 2012. Subsequently, it has been, I believe, extremely successful. £40 billion has been invested in the build-to-rent sector. This has resulted in 100,300 additional homes being completed, with a further 166,000 in the planning and delivery pipeline. Whilst the sector still represents a relatively small proportion of the delivery of new homes, it is growing rapidly, with the number of completed build-to-rent homes increasing by 17% year-on-year in Q4 of last year, 2023. Investors and developers initially focused on London, then the larger cities such as Manchester, Birmingham and Leeds, and now their interest is rippling right out across the UK. Build-to-rent, in effect, acts as an anchor in large development schemes. It helps gets homes of other tenures built, and multiple dwellings relief enables much-needed homes to be built outside London and the South East, in areas where there are lower property values and where otherwise development would not be financially viable. Madam Deputy Speaker, my concern is that the abolition of multiple dwellings relief in the form that it is proposed could have a variety of unintended consequences. And I'll briefly go through this. Firstly, as I know from my own inbox and from my own postbag, and which I would anticipate is the case for all colleagues, we need to be building more homes to rent. This provision potentially removes one of the ways of doing this. Secondly, it will have an impact on what I would term specialist sectors. I have in mind student accommodation and also sheltered housing, where, responding to demand, developers are increasingly looking to provide units to let. Thirdly, the relief is most needed in those areas where the property market is weaker, that is outside London and the South East. This is quite often in those areas where the need for housing is more housing is most acute. Fourthly, we have a problem in the UK of there being too few house builders. The small and medium-sized house builder is an increasingly endangered species. What this clause could do is potentially undermine an alternative means of housing delivery. Finally, Madam Deputy Speaker, I am mindful of the enormous task of urban regeneration and town centre renewal that we face right across the UK. In other words, what has been the theme of much of this Parliament, levelling up. This task is enormous and it is incredibly expensive. It is neither practical nor possible for the state to do this heavy lifting on its own. There is a need to leverage in private finance from pension funds and from investors. Multiple dwellings relief is a means of doing this. Some might say a small way, but its abolition potentially sends a negative message that there is no place for the public and private sectors to work together. Madam Deputy Speaker, can I suggest that we could amend this to involve and retain the multiple dwellings relief for transactions, say, of 6 or more dwellings, on the basis that this would underpin the development appraisals of large rented housing schemes and will result in significantly more rental homes being built than if the relief is completely abolished. This threshold of 6 mirrors the existing rule that purchases of 6 or more dwellings can be treated as a commercial property transaction for stamp duty land tax purposes, and is also at a level at which multiple dwellings relief is hard to abuse. In conclusion, Madam Deputy Speaker, I would be most grateful if my honourable friend, the Financial Secretary to the Treasury, who I think has been incredibly patient in listening to my various concerns about this finance bill during its course, if he could just comment a little bit more and seek to allay these concerns, which are genuinely held. Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker.